Hello guys and welcome back to another Higurashi episode. This is the Friday's episode, not the Wednesday's episode, huh? I don't even know my days. I've actually been slacking on Higurashi. I recorded the Wednesday episode yesterday, but need to catch up. But last time, pretty solid episode. We got Mr. Teppei back in Hinamizawa. Um, and obviously bad stuff comes with him. But it's not Totoro Doroshi. This time, power of friendship plus unity can solve anything. Sometimes. But yeah. I don't have much to say. Try to keep the intro a little shorter on this episode because the last one was a little long. So just set up your episode, guys. We're doing the usual timer-based reactions, which means you need your own copy. So yeah, we'll count down from 3 and on go. Start your copy and sorry. Ugh. What is that? What is that? Felt like there was hair in my mouth. But anyways. yeah. We'll count down from 3 and then go sync up the episode and you should be good. And if you're not good, well, good thing we have a handy dandy little timer in the bottom right corner. 1 second, 1 second. There was actually hair in my mouth. saved. But yeah. Timer in the bottom right. After the episode, we'll talk about it. If you don't feel like watching the episode, you can just skip to the post episode analysis. If that fits your boat. But yeah. Let's get started with Minaroshi Part 4 Negotiation, otherwise known as Episode 9. Let's start in 3, 2, 1, go! Good. We're all set. Got some nice banter for this opening. Look what I got. Nude vodka soda. So my mom was out with my aunts and they're just giving like these away for free, I guess as a promotion. So she just got one for me. I mean, it's good. It fits me, right? I like flavored sodas. That's basically all I drink. So I guess this would be like in the same vein as White Claws, huh? I don't know. Sounds like it could be good. I literally haven't drinking alcohol in like 2 months, so let's try it. It's lime flavor, by the way. There you go, nude. Aren't you lucky? You're advertising in the streets of Toronto, and lucky for you, you get an extra 30 to 50 people to advertise your product, dude. It's a tough bar since White Claws are so popular in Canada right now, but taste test. Maybe this is good. It's pretty good. I mean, I don't know what I expected. For me, it kind of tastes like, when you have a lime Slurpee and you're like, you got almost all the syrup and it's just ice with a little bit of flavor and a little bit of vodka. But yeah, good stuff. Anyways, rallying the troops. It is good though. Man, like I said last episode, we need the war drums, bro. We need some sort of song to hype us up during this battle. I mean, Keiichi does a good enough job, but you know, little assist here and there. Man, this is pretty good. This gin's actually pretty good. These are so dangerous. Chia, we're getting pumped up. Rita in the T pose. Better run, Chia. It's too much. And the principal with the alley oop back us up. Bro, he's so intimidating, man. Yay. Chia power. Yeah, we got this squad. Ooh, the principal's here too. I think in the visual novel it was only Chia with us, but I don't remember. Yeah, we're forcing our way in. Feel uncomfortable. This was the slimy guy. The second level boss. Bro, the woman's and his face look exactly the same. What the heck? Are they siblings? It's kind of weird. Is it the slimy guy? I think he is. My memory of the child welfare war is a little fuzzy. Besides the ending. The gears are creaking. You gotta chill. Keep calm. Alright, it's over. Got the motivation. It's the next generation of the damn war. Kind of a smaller scale, but for now. Chia was pretty metal too, back in the damn war. I don't know if it explains it in the anime. She kind of rebelled and set up the school in Hinamizawa, despite being not advised to. If my memory serves correct. Uh, Wonder if we're gonna get the Oryu scene. It's probably my favorite scene with Oryu. It was such a cool scene. Might be a little too far for this episode though. Angel Mort, Komeda. I doubt they're gonna do that super epic speech with Komeda. Keiichi goes crazy in the visual novel in this scene. This is also the scene where Kameda says he wants to sniff Satoko's socks or something. I remember. It got you on the blacklist, Kameda. Not allowed to say that kind of stuff around here. That was the light speech, huh? If you haven't, you should probably check the visual novel speech. It's literally like 10 minutes long. And it goes in a bunch of references I don't even understand. Also, the otakus. They didn't show the otaku scene, did they? In the visual novel? For watching Higurashi, when it's the same voices. It's kind of sick. But in the visual novel, Keiichi actually had like a martial arts fight with one, and this otaku just beat Keiichi's ass. I think they did show it actually, because it would have made sense without it. Kinda. I don't remember. Anyways, Keiichi doing work. It's just natural. The maids. We've never seen them. Okay. What's up? Never seen before. That's a squad. We need your power, Irie. Oh, Takano's such a nice person. Haha. Tomataki, you weren't even there, bro. You weren't even there when she freaked out. What do you mean you never seen Rita like that? Unless it's in reference to something else. Hello, Oishi. Oh, okay. They usually show this scene a lot later, I think. During like a auction thingy. Yeah, yeah. Okay, this is in a different spot. Maybe they won't show that. When was that though? Actually, I don't remember. This was with Keiichi's dad there too, in the visual novel. We'll talk about it later. I need to think about it. At least they're scared. For good reason. Still love how Ori looks in the anime. She looks so much more like a witch than in the visual novel, where she had like this square face. A little more pleasant looking. Hmm. Maybe this is. I don't know. Yeah. I think in the visual novel, they're at like a meeting for the auction. That's when he talked with Oishi, but I could be wrong. It is kind of weird that Oishi's just outside of the clinic for no reason. I mean, I guess he was ambushing Keiji, so never mind. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm right. Os. Oh, it's the Toko. Yep. This. Bro, she looks so dead, man. She's perfectly fine though, right? Haha. Just normal behavior. Professional child care people. All true statements. Whether you like it or not, we're gonna save you, Satoko. Even random girl on the left looks worried. Bro, she's frozen. The head pats? At least that's better than into Higurashi. You got the whole squad. Yes, it is pretty bad lie. Getting some inner thoughts from Rena for Sumi Horoboshi. It is true. This is a point they hammer really hard in the visual novel too. They reference it a bunch of times. That Satoko's the last piece of the puzzle. Without her, they can't save her. It's a pretty good message in general. It's just the principle. Oh, I remember this now. She needs her shots. Man, you really do wish this was a bit more in the future when they could just take a video of her and send it to the welfare place, right? I mean, they have video tapes, but that's rural village, right? Talking about some of the symptoms of the syndrome. I actually didn't know the specifics of that. I mean, I guess it just made sense with the fact that it causes paranoia, so comes to the natural conclusion that you imagine your fears are there when they're not. Plus, they literally can't. But this is like different too. I mean, they can, but she won't get better. I mean, she would, but obviously it's better with Erie. Yeah. This is an interesting plot point. We'll talk about it after too, because I don't think they'll get into Tepe's mind. But there's this whole other plot going on in the visual novel where Tepe's looking for the bank book his wife hid. They're walking up. The club members, Kameda. The otaku's in the background. You love to see it. Oh man, no representatives. Oh yeah. I remember this. It is kind of crazy too that they still won't help Satoko at if her literal doctor is saying she's being abused. That I think that's one thing that's kind of stretching it. There's no way you can ignore a doctor's opinion. Hello, Hanyu. You've been MIA. Yep. Well, it's both of you. Reaches back, taking an active role. You love to see it. Bruh. I like how they're all just in the background staring. It's kind of spooky. Ow, 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 ow. Rita. You love to see it until it gets. I don't think she gets crushed again, actually. I think she's permanently on the high until post child welfare arc, I guess. Mmm. Ah, it was a good episode. It's kind of going in a different vibe. I mean, they have to show the Oryu scene, right? But it almost feels like the direction they're doing it. Because Rita didn't announce that in the visual novel. um, but almost feels like they can skip it. Though I don't think they will, because it is important. But yeah, good epi. You love to see it. Sticking strong. Again, this general part of Minute Roshi isn't my favorite part, but they're adapting it well. Again, it does feel actually a little different, so we'll talk about that, but it's good enough for me. I mean, it is just good enough. Ready for the memes now? What's happening in today's corner? Rika and Hanyu. Yeah, okay, they are. Good. Look at Kate. Great message. You'll love to see it. Those are some good stories. I'd like to see at least one of those. Actually, I'd like to see all of them. Good memes. Yeah, I barely saw the preview, dude. Gotta focus on the memes. But anyways, good episode. Thank you for watching. We'll talk about it. Hello, analysis only viewers. Yeah, another solid episode. Pretty well adapted. No problemos with it. I guess first off, final verdict on this nude vodka soda. It's good. I mean, it's kind of literally what I expected. And I'm not enough of a White Claw drinker to really tell the difference. It's just kind of like dangerous though, because it barely tastes like alcohol. So you can like down this and not feel much. So you can get dangerously drunk with these. So be careful. But it is good. Good job, Nude. I don't know if I'll ever buy you, but maybe if I see you one day, I'll be like, hey, I drank that once and it was alright. But anyways, back to the actual show. Again, good episode. This was first scene, gathering the armies, the little kids. Again, as I mentioned in the episode, where's the war drum song? What song is that, Aiden? I don't know the name by heart. If I remember, I will tell you in the next episode. Because I don't think you will find it if you type Higurashi drums, but maybe. But yeah, this was good. This was a good scene. I think this was super accurate. Freaking Rika blocking Chia, showing her determination was always sweet. Give her a little T-pose action. And then the principal. And then they go straight to it. So this is interesting. I mean, little fun fact. Not that it matters, really. Principal was not there in the visual novel. I'm just saying, if the principal was there, you feel like they would be a little more intimidated, because that guy is a freaking beast, man. Also, this is time. Actually, wait, no, it's not interesting yet. Oh, dude, these freaking, like I said in the reaction. If, I don't know why both the manager and the worker, they have like the same face, man. It's too uncanny. It's actually like weird to look at it side by side. No offense, I mean maybe they are related. But obviously it did not work. Who would have thought? But not a lot of frustration, it's just motivation. I just like feel like again, it's not like I'm qualified at all, but like, and obviously they need to follow the rules. But like, if the teacher, principal, and the freaking doctor, which we didn't talk about yet, says that, hey, there's something wrong in this relationship. It's just like, just do it, man. Especially the doctor. Like, how can you still say no? I guess I don't really understand the point of the the child needs to ask for help that she's being abused. I mean, you kind of do, but I don't know. Again, tricky situation. I feel like there should be some point where you can just yoink the child. At least like get her out of there while they investigate. But again, I literally know nothing about anything. So, anyways, back to recruiting more troops. Komeda dipping because the dessert fiesta, which it made sense. He's a food lover, and even though he would like to sniff Satoko socks, you can't miss the dessert fiesta. So like I said in the reaction, there's like in the visual novel, it was like a 10-minute speech where I don't even remember all the contents. There's a bunch of references. Keiichi was talking about pixelated girls. It was wild. He does a lot of those cool speeches that obviously they can't fit in the anime. Like another one is in Mayatashi where when Keiichi was saving Shion from the goons and stuff, just like kind of backing off until backup came. He just gave like the most perverted speech about Russian girls cosplaying. It's like, it's Keiichi's perverted flair, aka Lord of Darkness. You won't get that unless you've seen Himatsubushi's Curtain Call. But it's a vibe. But they shorten it. Whatever. It's fine. Komeda joins. The otakus are inspired. And then it makes more sense that the otakus get inspired from the visual novel speech. Because in this one, Keiichi was just like, hey, how can you be a food lover when you won't even save a little girl or something? I don't know. And they're just like, true. But you love to see it. Again, I guess it doesn't matter. Do you guys remember in the original anime, did Keiichi have like the kung fu fight with the otaku? I don't think they did. I just remember in the freaking visual novel, like Keiichi's fighting him, the otaku is like winning, and then Keiichi goes for a counter punch, and then it's just slow motion, and the otaku hits him with a freaking roundhouse kick to the head or something. It's an amazing scene. I feel like there's something about they had to do like something like that because they obviously did do the Angel Mort stuff in watching Higurashi, but anyways, it's not important. It just reminded me. I like the otakus, man. Quote unquote like they're a little creepy, a little creepier in the visual novel, to be fair. But I love their voices. They have some great voice acting, and they're part of the squad right now. And you get bonus points. You see the other Angel Mort workers. I think only one of them was named in the visual novel. There's like you got the manager whose name starts with a Y, a bunch of random girls, and then one was named though. Never saw them. There you go. Angel Mort peeps. So I think this was a change. This is now where it's anime adaptation. Keiichi asking Irie, Takano, and Tomotaki to come. Did this happen? For some reason in my mind, I just imagined Tomotaki and Takano to come without talking. Actually, no, I mean, I guess it made sense because Keiichi didn't talk to Tomotaki and Takano. He's just talking with Irie. So maybe it's fine. But the next part is different for sure. Also, again, it's a little weird where... Actually, no, never mind. It doesn't matter. But yeah, then you get the Oishi Tot. So this is 100% different. Because Oishi... I forgot what this scene was exactly, if it was that important. Oh, it was important. Right. So the scene in the so in this one, in the anime, after talking with Irie outside the clinic, yeah, that is the clinic, yeah. Oishi talks to Keiichi, and then Oishi warns him that the Sonozakis know, and what they want goes, and it's dangerous, and they won't solve it, blah blah blah. The same scene does happen in the visual novel, and granted, this is a good adaptation, but they kind of cut out this whole part where Keiichi goes to a town meeting, um, because he's in charge of the auction. So they're having a good time. Keiichi's dad is there, and he becomes friends with Oishi because they both like Mahjong, though. Maybe that's why it's cut, because no Mahjong in this anime adaptation. But then you learn that, yeah, it is important, because then Kimiyoshi, the mayor, actually tells Chia and the principal, at least Chia, that if she doesn't drop it, the funding for the school might get cut down. And then Chia was hesitant, saying that they might have to stop until getting motivated again. So that was kind of important. Again, showing off Chia being a strong teacher. And the fact, and it kind of shows more of the Sonozaki power and the stigma against Satoto. Because after the talk with Oishi, Keiichi goes back, and then they talk about this whole situation where how the Sonozakis condemned Satoto, and the fact that as long as they condemn her, the villagers won't publicly help her, even though most of them don't have a grudge against her anymore. So it's really important. It shows like that third rule they were talking about in the beginning, where everyone believes the Sonozakis did it and they have the power, etc., etc. And because of that, the culture in Hinamizawa is kind of twisted, where what the Sonozakis say goes, and if anything happens, it's the Sonozakis. And this kind of adds this new problem where Keiichi has this revelation that that all their protesting wouldn't work without going to the Sonozakis and getting their approval to save Satoto. It's weird, because I know the talking to Irie scene comes before this, but the Oishi scene's just put in here when it's actually moved up in the timeline after Keiichi fails again despite getting all these people. But yeah, anyways, interesting choice. I guess we'll have to finish the art to know how much that impacts it. I assume it's not gonna impact it much, but yeah. Just probably the biggest change in this episode. Post Satoto comes back after the child welfare is actually like starting to look into it more. And it's a sad scene, obviously. Sad Toko, we like to call her. You hate to see it. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So Toto's like, yeah, like you probably won't see it because like they show that Teppei was threatening to destroy Satoshi's room, which is super important to Satoto. And they probably won't get into Teppei's mindset, but there's actually in the visual novel there's like this mini plot line with Teppei where he's actually looking for his wife's bank book, which they mention in Totoroshi, but maybe not in the anime, because his wife had like most of the money and she just hid it from Teppei after she learned that he was cheating. So he was looking through that, and he thinks it's somewhere hidden in Satoshi's room, and that's why he wants to go in, but Satoto won't let him, and she's kind of trapped the place out to inform her if he goes in. And even though Satoto won't fight against him, she'll like beg him to stop, and Teppei can't really do anything because if he beats Satoto, now that he knows that the child welfare people are heavily investigating him, he can't risk hurting her. So it's like this weird dilemma. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Maybe they will go into it, but Teppei's side story. You'll love to see it, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, we did the Satoto freak out. Again, this is more interesting for people who do not know everything. Since I know everything, obviously, it's a cool scene, but maybe less impactful to me since I know what's Satoto's suffering from. But anyways, Rita again putting her trust into Teichi, because he's the man. Then you get the next confrontation with Rita, Ire, and Teichi. Another little change. In the visual novel, they're in like a actual room, like a quiet room where they can talk. In the anime, there's just like out in the open, and you just behind them are just like these freaking still low definition characters just watching from afar. It looks freaking weird, dude. But yeah, I kind of wish they did show more, honestly, because I remember because by this time with all these backup, there's like a lot of noise going on outside. The place is just filled with people, and all the workers are kind of getting a little worried because of how extreme this is getting. And, especially since the Sonozakis have already told them that Hinamizawa does not support this protest, so they thought it would die down, but it just keeps increasing, right? So it kind of would highlight the pressure of showing them like going in and out of the building and causing kind of a mess. But whatever. And then while they're having this argument again with the freaking doctor here, and they're like, actually, sir, even though you're saying she's being abused, what can we do? But Rita finally gets the final piece where, yes, the child welfare center is dead set on not helping Satoto unless she asks for it. So, and if anyone will get Satoto to admit that she needs help, it's her best friend, Rita. So, new doll, another optimism thing. She said that she will convince Satoto out loud, but maybe she did. I just remember in the visual novel this scene, like they start the argument and they're like, all right, this might get spicy, and then they just change it to Rika having this inner monologue talk with Hanyu, and then by the time she's done, I believe the conversation's finished, but she now has the motivation to rescue Satoto. I was just saying that maybe it would go in a different direction since she announced it in the child welfare office. And the child welfare office seems to already want to cooperate. Because in the visual novel, they still don't want to cooperate at this point. And the actual owner of the welfares, like even without the Sonozakis, he's a new guy. He's like, actually, even if the Sonozakis wanted us to help, we shouldn't. It's the rules, which you kind of respect that, honestly. I kind of respected that. Like, you're like, fuck the Sonozakis, dude, until like it gets crazy. Again, I'm excited to see how crazy they get with this. But I just want to see, because that's the end of the episode. But preview does show at least the Oryu stuff will be happening. It does feel like maybe it'll end that episode, but again, especially, and in Kai, they have the like 24 episodes. They have a lot of time to work with. So I'm so used to arcs only being 5 episodes long. So even though it is a faster pace, it's actually has like a pretty big episode spread, so they have a lot of room to work with. But anyways, I think that's all I got. Again, another solid episode. I'm excited to see what happens next once it gets a little more crazy. And yeah, we'll see. Next episode we'll have the Oryu scene, which was always funny to me. I mean, not fun. It was fun. It's a good scene. I just love the climax of it. It's such a nice little bait. We might just save Satoto next episode. We'll see how crazy they get with the Sonozaki stuff. But that's it for tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your Friday or whatever day you're watching this. And I will see you next time with Minagroshi Part 5, aka Episode 10 of Higurashi Tai. But until then, see ya!